on, TubeYube? Welcome back. Today we are diving in with another production stream, going back to the old ways of things. Now, you might be wondering, where is the stream with Modin 31? And the long and short of it is, I don't know like 100% what's going on, but Modin's taking a little break from social media and all things in that realm. So that's just going to be on hold for a little bit. And, whenever we can loop back and make it happen, we'll make it happen. But for the time being, he's out of pocket, which is totally okay. Sometimes people need a break from the internet, and he's certainly taking some R&D. So R&D, is that what it's called? R&R? Something like that. But he's taking a little bit of a break. So tonight we're doing something a little bit different, which I'm pretty excited about. So I've rendered out the Red Dead Redemption inspired film, Room 24. And I've edited it. It's looking really good, so I figured it would be a fun stream to bring people in to the process of doing the sound design, because I feel like that's something that you don't get a lot of insight towards, and I figured it'd be a cool thing to work on stream, so you guys can kind of see a little bit of that process. Now, a couple more housekeeping things real quick. This project is brought to you by the amazing folks over at Rococo. They sent me this head rig for the Red Dead Redemption project. So if you're into VTubing, animation, motion capture, whatever, or if you want to get into it, be sure to check out my affiliate link down below and check out their website. They have a bunch of free stuff to get you started, but they also have some fantastic hardware like this head rig that we used for the facial motion capture for this film, which you'll see here in a little bit. It's looking really good, but legit, you just like pop a phone in here like that. We're using an iPhone 12, and that's pretty much it. You run MetaHuman Animator on this, and we captured this whole thing just on this one battery. Good time. But the head rig is super comfortable and like mega adjustable and all that jazz. So be sure to check them out if you're into that. Got a link below so you can get started on animation or motion capture or VTubing or whatever you want to get into. All right, and one more thing that I do want to talk about that you guys have been getting really excited about whenever I bring up on stream is the Helldivers cosplay. So this is the helmet that I showed you guys last week. We got a bunch more materials in, like the jacket, some visors for this, and some other materials. So pretty excited about that to continue building it. Me and my wife are working on ours respectively, and I actually just got off. I got home, that's why the stream started late, and there was a catastrophic failure. So I was like printing this shin guard, and it was going fantastic. Like the parts that you can see, like they were looking beautiful, but then one piece, this like piece slid out of the way, and it started trying to print on thin air, and got a little failure. But these pieces turned out so nice, I'm almost wondering if I can use them for something else. But I'll probably print some new stuff here in a bit. But this is the thing. Like it's like connected to this other part. This was the support for it. But so I'm gonna have to reprint that. But we got everything else here. So I got 2 shoulder pads done. Those are looking good. I'll just pull up like one of like the pieces at a time. This is like the thigh guard. Turned out really solid, which is why I was surprised the shin guard had a failure, because these are just printed like straight up and down, and it printed pretty well. So that turned out good. Let's see what else we got here. We got these kneecaps. Kneecaps turned out pretty solid. This PLA, I know I was talking about before, it's pretty flexible. It's pretty bouncy plastic, which I do like. And then this is like one of the 4 chest pieces. I still need to break off the supports to bring them together, but like this piece like goes down here, and then there's like a top quarter and another bottom piece. So there are those. I got these arm bracer things, gauntlets, And I think that's it for the 3D printed pieces so far. So lots of great progress on that. We'll be working on getting that done. But all right, so enough of that. We're going to get into the sound design. If you guys have any questions about sound design, whatever, feel free to ask. I'll turn up my mic a little bit. Just make sure we get some good audio on there. And, all right. Sorry, my phone went off. I'm back. All right. So let's dive right in. We'll go here. And again, feel free to ask any questions while we move through. The first thing I'm going to do is the way that I like to do these. I guess I'll go back to my main cam for a second. The way that I like to do these is I'll have in there right now. I have like the audio for the dialogue and some of the music, like on a single track that I just exported out for a reference video. We'll have that muted throughout, so there's like no spoilers or anything. But we'll go in and start adding some of the other sound design elements. So I usually go through and do separate passes for each thing. So I'm going to go in first, do an ambience pass. This is going to bring like life to the world. Then we'll go in and probably do like a sound effects pass. It's going to be more for things we want to highlight, whether that be like gunshots, things of that nature. Maybe some more advanced Foley, and then we'll probably do another one that's like just for footsteps, different things like that. But I think doing this ambience pass is going to be like a huge step, just because this is going to fill out a lot of the world. So we'll jump right in. So I'm going to move this over here, my import window, just to have it off screen real quick. But I have a lot of stuff on hand that I've just collected over the years for sound effects, but anything we can't find, I'll probably jump over to Artlist to go and grab, because I got some good stuff. So I'm just going to go in here. Maybe I have like all these ambient binaural sounds from Triune Digital, which makes some fantastic stuff. But because this takes place at night, I'm going to go ahead and grab the ones that are for dusk. So that's going to get like a lot of sounds like cicadas and stuff in there. But I'm going to throw on my headphones and we'll dive right in. So the first part of the film just got like the opening text, and then we start coming in on footage. Nothing's been color graded and no VFX have been done yet. VFX should be super light, and the color grading I'll do probably last. But then we can just kind of start dragging these in and see what they sound like. So I really like these because they were recorded with a microphone that's actually like shaped. The microphone's literally shaped like a pair of ears, so the way that the sound goes in sounds natural when recording, which is pretty neat. I'm probably gonna just create a little bit more over there, like there. And we'll fade it up. Sounds nice. So on sound effects with that, striking the match and stuff. But right now we're just focused on the ambience, which like for this whole bit can be pretty consistently the same thing. So this will need some Foley, but right now we're just doing that ambient. So I'm going to skip ahead until we change scenes. Because all this is in the, we'll start to bring more life into it. So then we go inside, so we'll start to fade that out. And I might do like, well, I'll probably keep them separate. But we'll actually fade this all the way out on this track. And what I'm actually going to do is bring that same sound effect in, We're going to put it on this track, but we're going to throw an effect on this track. I should have dragged the peak file it already generated, but oh well. But on this track, I'm going to add an effect to make it sound like it's coming from the outside. So that's probably best achieved. Probably with the FFT filter. And we'll do maybe this one. Got a little bit more life into it. It's not quite doing it for me. Let's try a different effect. Maybe the multi-band compressor. And we'll start with maybe... we'll try enhance lows, and then I'm just going to kill the like super highs. And that's not doing a whole lot either. I really thought this would like end of the day, trusty parametric EQ, and we'll just do this manually because I want to be able to hear stuff like that way off. It's feeling a bit better. Okay, so we'll have that be pretty consistent. There's a little bit of wind rumble here, so I'm just going to get rid of that. And by the time we get to the end of this, we'll be swapping this out for some different ambience, and we'll be back outside. So it won't be necessary anymore. And then I usually have like a whole track mixer here, but for stream I got to consolidate everything down to one screen. So I'm going to just turn this down over here. Okay, so that's going to be like super subtle, super in the background. Maybe turn it... I don't know if I want to turn it up anymore. I think it'll be fine because I want to add some tone for the room. But the other thing that I want is to add some wind. Just like something really light and howly. So let me see here. I'm just going to type in wind. See what I got in my collection. And then we'll see if it works. So that one might be good. Ooh. That might be a good effect to have for a little bit later. Wispy forest. Strange wind, subtle wind. Subtle wind would be good. Alright, I think those will be a good starting place. I think in the beginning we can kind of have this subtle wind carry. Yeah, it's got that wispiness to it. It's a little loud, so maybe turn that down to -9. It sounded pretty good. Might be good to have it die out over time too. Okay. Then what does this one sound like? That's too much. But this might be good for inside. We'll fade this up too. in this audio you can hear cars though. Yeah, we don't want cars. That's not going to be a good sound. So let's see if I can find... we'll just type in a room. See if I have just like a cement room. Just something that sounds like kind of dense. It says a living room. I'm not sure if that's going to be good, but we'll see. Room tone. That's probably going to have some modern sounds to it. Boiler room might be interesting. Engine room, computer room. Definitely not computer room. Alright, so maybe these ones, and then I'm also going to look for cement. Door knocks, empty cement room, junk rustling. Oh, that could be interesting. Ambient empty cement room. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay. Let's try working with these. So this one's interesting, but it's got too much going on. Yeah, I don't love that. But we also have this empty cement room, which might be better. Just to add a little bit of texture. Maybe with that. Maybe if I can find like a dripping sound. Cave drips. Oh, those are sound effects I made. Those aren't going to work though. Water drips in cave, maybe. Resonant water dripping down a metal gutter. But it says it has light traffic ambience, so that might not work, but... Ooh, distant water dripping and splashing on concrete. Looks like there's two different versions of that. Drips into sink or tub. We'll try these. Okay, that might be a little bit too present. Let's try this one. Oh, that's like super consistent. That's not the one. Okay. So I think of those, honestly, like this first one. But then we'll like turn it, we'll put it in like one ear. Turn it down a good bit. And we'll also slap some reverb on here. So maybe... this one might work. It's a little too big. that's good. We'll make that real subtle. Because I kind of want it to be like, every once in a while you're like, do I hear something dripping? That's feeling pretty good. We'll fade it up. See how that's sounding? See how it's feeling? I do like the way that that sounds. Feeling pretty good. I'm gonna turn up the desktop audio for y'all, just so you can hear more of it. And so another interesting, like, subtle little trick you can do is with all this, you can use sound effects and keep them there until, like, you need to switch up the mood of something. It just helps bring a lot of subtlety in certain moments. So, like, there's like this moment right here, and we can slowly start to take the drips out until they're completely gone, because this is like kind of when a lot of stuff switches in the story. I wonder if I have a good sound. In a church. Empty church. I knew I had something. Okay. We'll give this a try as well, just for like another good audio bed for this scene. Kind of hear what it sounds like on its own. That sounds pretty good. Okay, so we'll do all this, and then the last thing I think I'm going to add for this scene is there are those lanterns. So if I can emulate that pretty well, I think that'd be like a good final sound to use. So let me go sounds and candle. Candle in the wind. We'll see how that sounds. So it's a bit heavy, but I think we can clean that up. First thing we do. Feeling pretty good. I'm going to use a stereo expander, which is basically going to make it sound like it's spread more across both channels in your ears. I will throw on a heavy amount of reverb on it, so it kind of overlaps itself. So this one I might use. That's feeling pretty good. And then maybe just like one of these, and like really just drop those highs. So we're really aiming for the mids here. And then we'll turn this way down, maybe negative 15. And then everything together. Maybe even lower, negative 25. Just a real subtle effect. Good. All right, so we'll take this out to the end of the scene. I only want to delete one of those. And by the time we get here, fade out. Fade out. We'll have to bring some of these effects back, but I think we are only going to bring back a couple small ones. Do you have any chroma key? I do not. I do not have any chroma key. I mean, I know how to chroma key, but I don't have any. I don't think I really need it too much for my streaming setup, but I'm just chilling. I'm just having a good time doing some sound design. Hey, and what's up? Ark is here. Welcome, my dude. Excited to have you here. Love seeing your little dino badge. You get a little shout out in this project. Right there he is, remaining Ark. Y'all are incredible. Members. So we're working through right now. We're doing the sound design for the Red Dead short. And right now we're doing an ambience pass, and then we'll do some more bombastic sound effects and some extra stuff too. So right there is when everything kind of needs to cut out. And then we'll go pretty heavily back into, I think, just wind. I think just coming back into this part. Just have it be straight wind. That's too heavy. Let me go see if I can find some more wind. Some more wind sound effects. Wind. Desolate, blustery, light rain. I am going to be adding snow to this shot, so that might do it. High cliff wind, that might be a little too much. Wind risers. Bright winds. Those might be good. Subtle wind, wind deep, wind calm. Light buffets, whistly and gusty. Ah, crap. I forgot to hold down control. So I'll have to scroll back up. That's all right. Ooh, winds, cricket, bird. Light rain, that's the one we looked at. Wispy is the one that we already had but didn't really like. And then night winds, bright winds. Let's try those. All right, whistly and gusty. Let's try that. I think we can like really hard cut it right there. Okay, that feels good, but it's a little strong in this part. So I'm going to swap it out for this bit. Bring it over here. And then when it gets to here, we'll keyframe it down. Yep, that's it. And then maybe, what's this bright winds sound effect? Does this have any effects on it? Nope. Oh, that feels nice. So I wonder if we use that night winds sound effect all the way back here in the beginning, even before the subtle wind comes in. We can kind of fade it into this. Ooh, yeah, that makes an unsettling tone. We can use stuff like the wind, the ambience to build more of the mood here. So it's not even music. It's just like creating unsettling texture. Yeah, that's nice. And then maybe just that empty church sound effect. That might fit well here. We'll add in all his footsteps and stuff here soon, but this is just to get that initial texture, the ambiance, so that I can do it. Like I'll bring all this together for the final mix. I like the way that all sounds. So we'll fade it out again there. And we'll fade this out too. We'll just bring that down. So now I feel like this might be a good one to take us back outside. Maybe that, and maybe the whistly and gusty wind, maybe? Just heavily reverberated down here. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that would be it. That's sounding good. Okay. And then we'll take both these sound effects. We're just going to duplicate them towards the end. Just to keep it going. Then I'll unmute the this main bit because it's got music here. Just to see how long we want to take this through. Do we want it to follow all the way through the end credit song? We'll find out right here.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for the Caribbean. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me. Oh.
I think it should definitely be gone by then. So we'll take this. And by the time we get down there, that's gone. Maybe we let this one go a bit longer.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for the Caribbean. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
Alright. So the ambience works. The wind, all that jazz. I think that all works well. I think the only other thing I might add is like, I feel like just the final thing this needs is like just something to make it a little bit more unsettling in here because the sound gets a little repetitive. So we need some like dark texture. So, and I think I might know exactly what to grab. Let's see here, design. Atmospheres. Maybe damp cave and these are all like actual like places. Ooh, this could be. All right, I got an interesting idea. Hold up. So what if we have this start here, and we have it start really, really quiet, and this whole thing will have pretty quiet. We'll do like -9, but then like over time, we just raise it a little bit throughout the scene, so the dark texture builds more. So by the time we're getting to the end, it's building quite a bit. then over the course of this scene, it's going to get a little bit louder. There's something overhanging. There's a few things overhanging. So whenever this cuts, all these need to be gone. And you can hear the difference now. So like this is like when the tension is really ramping up. That's what it sounds like in there. And then this is what it sounds like after everything's cooled off. So we've like tonally shifted so much in just that little bit. Okay, nice. Pretty happy with this. I want to watch the beginning again real quick. Maybe see it with the music.
I once was found, but now again I'm lost. On merciless waves I am tossed. I would tell you of His grace and how it was I fell, but some tales are just too dark to tell.
Feels pretty good. All right, I'm going to export this ambient track. I think it's good to go. Da, 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 do, do, do. Oh, nope, not that. Edit audio. Ambience mix down. Perfect. Okay. Let that export. We'll move on. We'll do some of the larger sound effects. So, gunshots, some crashes, the match striking. All that will be good to get on this next pass. So we'll do file, new, multi-track session. We'll put it in the same place as this, which I just want this like naming convention up to here. Select that folder. And we'll name this wouldn't be Foley, because this we want to be the stronger sound effects. So we just call it SFX. I guess that works. And we'll bring our edit back up here up top. So we can edit in the same manner. All right, so we'll mute this again, and I'm just going to kind of scrub through, and we're going to look for little bits where we can pick things up. Striking the match. That's a good one to start on. that second one. A little late. I'll have it quiet. That sounds nice. We'll line those two up. We'll use this one to kind of. So I might want to just use this for the deeper sound. So I'll fade it in, fade it out, but then also add maybe a compressor, enhance, lows, solo this out. This just to give it a bit more beef. That sounds pretty good. And then I will add a lot of reverb on that. We won't even try to make it sound realistic. Now we'll turn this down a good bit. So now we have. There we go. And it just subtly goes into one ear. So now we need a crash happening right here. Now I'm gonna find a crash. I might need to go and find us. We'll see. My dog is being a weirdo. I think he caught a bug. We got some crashes here. We'll grab some of those. Let's see. That is way too much. I just need like somebody knocking over boxes or something. I'm gonna go search for one. Let's see. Here, I'll log in off screen and then I'll bring this over because it'll be cool to show you guys. I think that's password. Yep. I'm in. Okay, so this is the art list. Our list got a lot of cool stuff, but we're gonna go over to the sound effects specifically and look up totally blanking. What were we doing? Oh, crash. Maybe boxes knocked over. We'll see what that provides. Maybe just having fun. See what comes up. That's not terrible. See what's similar to this. That one's pretty good. So maybe we try this. Just create a photo for this. I'll organize it all later. Nope. Didn't want to drag. Didn't want to drag. Da, 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 da. All right. So that now him drawing his weapon. See, I got some good Western sounds. Here we go. 45 long Colt. Unsheathing it. Sorry, got distracted by my phone. But there's nobody here at the moment, so it's not like anybody missed anything. I thought I had some holster sounds, or maybe that's specifically under Foley. Foley holsters, yep. Let's try these real gun out sounds. Hey, CMCM. I feel like the prop gun might have some some good punchiness to it. Yeah, you can tell the difference. Maybe throw I know he doesn't like move the hammer, but just for coolness. Give it some more weight. And then he falls down, which these are all footsteps, which I kind of want to say for later. We got some good fighting sound effects, so we'll do body falls, and we'll do it on dirt, and we'll do it on plywood. So we'll do plywood first, and then he falls into the dirt. So we'll go 1. That might be a little aggressive. It's a bit much. Maybe we'll do 2 of those. And we'll start 1. We'll put it in the left ear. And then one of these we'll put in the right ear. Just a little bit fast. Go -9, -9, -9. Then putting the gun down, we'll just kind of probably put a rattle. Which this is getting a little bit more into the Foley, but I do want to allow there to be a little bit more weight. So like, yeah, these handling. Ooh, the grabs might be good for when he pulls it out. So we'll go back to when he pulls it out. So you can grab it. And then same thing over here. As he puts it down, we'll just... That's too heavy. Just want something real subtle. That's good. Whoop. All right, that's feeling pretty solid. we'll do one more. Again, this is more in the Foley Pass territory, but I think it's important to... Maybe if I just literally get rid of this loud gun noise, I'll do it. Maybe make that a little bit softer. And this second one, just quieter. That'll be Foley. So the next thing I want to get in here is this, placing the chair down, which might be a little bit too niche. I might not have this. Chair creaking, folding chair, metal chair. So we have wood chair creaking, which might be good to have on hand, but then I think we're going to have to go to our list for a specific wooden chair. See what comes up. That might be good. Ooh, don't like that. Ugh. Oop. That one's pretty good. Aw, it's Mrs. Coalition. How you doing, honey? That's pretty good. That is probably the one right there. Yeah, that we'll probably save for the Del Foley Best. I know, what a sound, right? You kind of quiet, but probably it's the thousands of loud people nearby. I have to try to turn myself up a little bit. Let me know if that's better. I gotta figure out a better situation. So this one's also pretty good. And that's a phone vibrating. We don't want that. That was the other one that I liked. This is bitter. Cool. Yep. Those did not import. Great, great. It's all good. We got them right here. So that's like a strong bass sound. So that's him picking up. And the main reason I'm doing this here instead of on just a pure Foley pass is just because I think it just needs a little bit more gravitas. I'm currently watching a child slowly go down the speed walking escalator thingy while the parents are just yelling for him to come back. Yikes. And that unhinged. Then maybe a nice little creaking sound effect as he sits on down. Really just need that first bit. Then everything else will be added in fully. Maybe I feel like I kind of want to beef up these. So let me put them on their own tracks. And then we'll add the beef. So we set that to like 2. We'll turn this down to like maybe -9. And we'll add a compressor. Set to enhance lows. And an FFT filter. Just to bring in a bit more bass. And maybe ooh, stereo expander. We'll throw it way into both ears. And maybe just a little bit of reverb. Just to sweeten it up. Set this to -9 as well. I'm going to copy all these effects. And paste them. Slightly. That feels. That's pretty good. I'm liking how that sounds. Let's see here. Do a couple more of the big sound effects. A lot of this is going to be in the Foley pass. Since it's all kind of quieter things. Maybe I'll add one thing in here just as he unlocks the cell door. Just to kind of give it like a chunk. Let's search for, maybe we'll start with locks, see what I have. Metal handlebar. all these are like more or less transformer sounds. Maybe metal door. Hey, Nick Gamer. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Always happy to have you here, have you around. It ain't bad luck. Probably gonna wrap up doing the sound effects pass, and then I'm probably gonna hop off. Had a pretty long day. So that'd be. That's not it. Middle door opens, pitch down. Ooh, yep, this is what I'm looking for. Just something to give us a little bit of yeah. And maybe this one as well. That was loud. Sorry. I might end up turning down just that like one sound effect in the final, but alright, and then you guys can guess what happens here. Let's go find a gunshot sound. Sounds, action elements, Western. We'll grab some distance ones. And maybe these ones down here. I feel like those don't get grabbed a whole lot. That's a pretty good tail crack. And then what if we add a nice fat one on one of these bassy things we set up? Maybe one more, kind of untouched. And then kind of build out this giant sound. My ear's death now. Come on, bro. Turn down your headphones. I don't know what to tell you. Is it how it's competing with my voice? Because I do apologize if that's the case. That's... Let me turn the delay down to 20. Turn the delay down. No, you turned down. I apologize. Here, I'll turn down my desktop audio. How about that? Let me know if that's better. And then cool. Apologies for the drama. And then we'll have this one just to make it die out super far. I really want this tail to like go on forever, so maybe we'll use a more designy. Throw this on first, make it super wide. And then we'll do maybe some delay and echo. Take the delay down. Sorry, that one was really loud. Oh, it's because I took that off. Maybe throw some echo on there with whew. Echo weighted right. Oh, that might sound cool. Ooh. That's giving me a headache. Maybe high pass delay. Dang, that goes a long time. That echo goes crazy. Then we will add a ton of reverb to that. Really clean it up. But this will help kind of smooth it out. That echo still goes a little crazy. Maybe turn on the feedback on both. Turn it up just a hair. Especially in the right. And we'll turn this down pretty considerably. And then we'll unsolo it. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. And then from here, really, there's two more notes I want to hit. One is putting the gun away, which we already grabbed some sound effects for. Oh wait, we didn't put it in though. Called Peacemaker, Foley, holsters, prop gun in. We'll grab any one of those. Maybe 7. And hear how it sounds. And I'll turn it way down. Because then it kind of goes away. And then this punch is the last thing that I want to emphasize with the sound design. For, you know, spooky things in particular. Which they do have some classic Western punches in here. Let's hear what one of those sound like. It's probably like over the top Hollywood. Ka-thunk. That's a bit much. That's like a Jackie Chan punch. Maybe we add that really low. That can be low, and then I'll add something a little bit slappier. I know he got smack-a-lacked. Because punches in real life, they do sound more slappy. Even that's a little extreme. That's why I like when you hear it in like a video on like TikTok or whatever, it's very like it just sounds like a little pop. Maybe not quite like that, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to turn these really chunky ones down. That feels better. Maybe we'll clue the audience in right at the last second with just a tiny. You could do a boing, a dog squeak toy. Or a steel pipe sound. Just gets absolutely obliterated. Alright, I'm looking for those. That's the one we used before, so maybe we'll use 2. Maybe some birds flying away just in the distance. Let me see if I got something like that. Bird. Bird. Here we go. I think these were ones that I used for New Frontiers. So I'm gonna make this low, like way off in the right. I really like that fast flutter at the end, so we'll just kind of include it and dilute it. And fade this out. Nice. Maybe we'll add another one of those quick metal door sounds, but we'll add it to opening. Just give that some nice weight. Okay. I feel pretty good about that. All right. So what are we at? Been streaming for about an hour and a half. I'll get pretty tired. I want to take a little bit of break before I finish up the rest of this. But so I'll probably get ready to end Dell's stream. But for everybody who watched so far, thank you so much for watching. I figured it'd be cool to show a little bit of insight, showing the behind the scenes of actually doing the sound design. So I really hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, the Red Dead short should be done here pretty soon. So pretty excited for that. I'm hoping to possibly release it next weekend. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, for coming out, being a part. Again, sorry that the Modin 31 stream hasn't happened yet. Whenever he's back online, we'll see about making that happen. But once again, if you want to do anything in motion capture, animation, VTubing, stuff like that, check out Rococo, link in description. And on the next stream, we should have a bit more done with the Helldivers stuff. So that'll be pretty cool to showcase as well. All right, that is it. Bye.